Knee osteoarthritis is often discussed as an inevitable consequence of aging, but it is a lifestyle-linked disease that progressively limits physical mobility. Every step generates significant mechanical pressure within the knee. To prevent wear, the body relies on the surrounding thigh muscles to absorb that shock. The standard medical advice for protecting these joints has remained unchanged for decades: reduce the load by cutting calories and losing weight. But new MRI research suggests that calorie counting alone misses a deeper problem. Ultra-processed foods appear to degrade muscle quality from within, regardless of how much you weigh. And protecting your joints requires looking past the calorie count to specific dietary swaps. Consider two 60-year-old individuals. They have the same BMI, the same activity levels, and they consume the same number of daily calories. Neither of them reports any knee pain, and their joints appear healthy under standard examination. However, an MRI reveals a stark difference in their muscle composition. One possesses dense, healthy tissue. The other's muscles are heavily marbled with fat, a condition known as a high Godelier grade. Because their caloric intake and exercise levels are identical, the discrepancy suggests that the specific quality of the food, not just the quantity, is actively altering the integrity of the muscle. This connection was explored through the Osteoarthritis Initiative, an NIH-sponsored study recently published in the journal Radiology. Researchers followed 615 overweight participants who, at the start of the study, showed no physical pain or radiographic evidence of joint disease. Using non-enhanced MRI, the team graded the level of fat infiltration within the three major muscle groups of the thigh: the flexors, extensors, and adductors. When we cross-referenced these scans with dietary records, a pattern emerged involving ultra-processed foods, classified scientifically as Nova Group 4. These are foods constructed from synthesized ingredients, artificial flavors, colors, and chemically altered fats, designed to be hyperpalatable. This category includes industrial staples like packaged snacks, frozen pizzas, sodas, and mass-produced breads. For the participants in this study, these industrial ingredients accounted for 41.4% of their daily caloric intake. This dietary pattern is linked to muscle fat infiltration. As fat replaces healthy muscle fibers, it diminishes the strength of structures that stabilize the knee. The analysis shows a direct correlation. As ultra-processed food increases, thigh muscle fat infiltration increases as well. This association remained significant even after adjusting for total calories and fat consumed, and was consistent across men and women. The findings suggest that industrial processing itself serves as an independent risk factor for muscle degradation, separate from weight or caloric volume. Lead author Dr. Zara Akaya notes that dietary quality warrants much greater attention in the prevention of musculoskeletal disease. This represents a shift in how we manage joint health, moving from a strict focus on caloric restriction towards scrutinizing the industrial ingredients in the food we buy. Preserving muscle integrity begins with identifying and replacing Nova Group 4 foods in the daily diet. Many highly processed breakfast cereals serve as a major source of these synthesized ingredients. A simple adjustment is to replace these cereals with a single-ingredient whole food, such as steel-cut oats. Mass-produced packaged sandwich breads are another common contributor to high ultra-processed food intake. Trading these for a traditional bakery sourdough made with minimal ingredients reduces the intake of chemically altered substances. Muscle health depends on the quality of its fuel. Because ultra-processed foods are linked to fatty muscle infiltration, regardless of caloric count, prioritizing whole ingredients over synthesized ones is a modifiable step toward maintaining long-term mobility. Managing joint health is a continuous process, and the evidence suggests that the choices made at the next meal directly influence the long-term integrity of your muscles.